So what comes to your mind when I say need a fix? When you hear the phrase need a fix, the first thought that might pop into your mind is of a druggie or a junkie or an addict, or an alcoholic. But honestly speaking, all of us are fixated on something or the other. We all need our fix. For some, sugar is a fix. For some, spice is a fix. For some, diet is a fix. For some, fitness is a fix. I remember growing up, I was quite fixated with movies. We all have our own fixation. Fixation is nothing but an obsession with something or someone. Now here is the good news. God, the God in heaven, understands our obsession with fixation. In fact, that is why the Bible tells us in Hebrews chapter 3 verse 1, it says, "Holy brothers and sisters, you who share in our heavenly calling, fix your thoughts on Jesus, who is our apostle and our high priest." Hallelujah. The Bible encourages us, brothers, in such times as these, that we fix our eyes on Jesus, fix our thoughts on Jesus. In fact, Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1 says, it says, "Fix your eyes on Jesus, who is the author and perfecter of our faith." I am reminded of that story from Matthew 14, where Jesus is not in the boat, and this time, the last time he was in the boat and he calmed the storm. But this time he's not in the boat and the disciples are facing a storm. And to make matters worse, they see a man walking on the waters. Imagine pitch dark and there is a storm and they think it's a ghost. But Jesus calls out to them and says, "No, it is I." And then Peter, one of the disciples, tells Jesus, "Jesus, if it is you, then ask me to come on the water." And Jesus responds by saying, "Come." And then Peter steps out of the boat onto the water. And guess what? A miracle happens. He's literally walking on water. He's floating, he's not sinking. But then something happens. Matthew 14 verse 29-30 says, his eyes moved from Jesus to the waves. He saw the waves and the waves intimidated him and he began to sink. There is a great lesson for us. As long as Peter had fixed his eyes on Jesus, he was steady. The moment he looked at the waves, he began to sink. My friends, today we are surrounded by waves. Waves of uncertainty. Waves of fear. Waves of so many news coming across to us that causes panic. But God wants us to stay fixed on Jesus. I want to encourage you, fix your eyes on Jesus. 2 Corinthians 4 verse 18 says, "Fix your eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. For what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." My friends, let's not look at the waves around us, but let's fix our eyes on Jesus. He will not let you sink. That's His promise. Hold on to Jesus. We all need a fix at this moment, and that fix is Jesus. Let's fix our eyes and thoughts on Jesus. God bless you.